So before I get into this review, you should probably know I have never seen the old Charlie's Angels TV show or either of the movies that came out in the 2000s. This movie was my first Charlie's Angels experience, and I saw it because I like the trailers. Sue me. Charlie's Angels. So this movie kind of serves as a soft reboot to the Charlie's Angels franchise, I guess. Like, the way I understand it is that the older movies are in canon with the TV show, and so this new movie is also in that canon, it's just the newest one. So in this movie, we have Elena, played by Naomi Scott. She works for a big corporate company, but something's amiss in this company. There's something wrong happening. But Elena's got skills, so Elizabeth Banks and Kristen Stewart and Ella Balinska come along. They're like, hey, join us, the Charlie's Angels. We'll take care of this problem together. And now we have a movie. And like I said, I like the trailers because they look really fun. It looked like a fun action comedy. But really, let me just break this movie down for you. Right in the very first scene, the dialogue started and I was like, oh, this is the kind of movie I'm in for. No, it's not good. All right, first of all, what I liked in the movie. First and foremost, Ella Balinska. I've never heard of this chick before. She's way hot, first of all. Second of all, she's a badass. She was hardly a cohesive character at all, but in terms of skill, dude, this chick's got moves. Like that one action scene you saw in the trailer where she's hanging outside the car door and shooting her pistol just bam, bam. I was like, that is awesome. She had the best action for sure. I also really like Kristen Stewart in this movie, and I feel like I'm really proud to say that I've never seen any of the Twilight movies, but I heard she was like super stoic in them. She just doesn't know how to act with emotion. In this movie, she looks like she's having a lot of fun. She's very charismatic. She was the one who, like, yeah, she's a spy and she's part of the mission, but now let's kick back and have fun while we're doing it. So yeah, she and Ella Balinska were the two saving graces of this movie. The rest of it, oh man. Like I said, no, it's just not good. The worst offender of this movie is the script and the dialogue. Not only are there like cheesy quips all over this movie to the point of like, oh my god, yeah, this is just unbearably cheesy. I like cheese in movies, but not this much cheese. This movie had way too much cheese. But really, it's the fact that this movie was trying to be like, I want to say overly feminist, but I don't even know if feminist is the word for it, because feminism, as I understand it, means equality, equal rights between men and women, and I'm all for that, absolutely. But I feel like the message this movie was trying to convey was like, oh, men are bad. Women kick men's asses because that's what women deserve. Like, women should triumph over men. Or at least that's what it felt like in this movie. Like, every guy in this movie is like a creep. Well, okay, not every guy, but quite a few of them. And then they got their asses handed to them by these badass women. I just don't feel like that's a good message to give to people, because that's not how I see feminism. It's not that women should be better than men, but they should be seen as equals. That's what feminism is, and I feel like this movie missed that mark entirely. But also, this movie just plain doesn't make any sense at all whatsoever. I can't think of a solid, logical reason why Elena, Naomi Scott's character, was inducted into the Charlie's Angels. I mean, sure, she's good at computer hacking and stuff. I guess that's good enough of a reason for them to be like, yeah, come into our spy missions and help us beat the crap out of thugs. You can throw down toe-to-toe with a goon because you have computer hacking skills? No, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, yeah, some of the action was really cool. But of course the action would be cool, It's an action movie. These Charlie's Angels are throwing down with guys, shooting guns and doing cool stunts. It's cool. It's shot alright. Although some of the action scenes, I was like, yeah, they'd be dead after that. They're in a car. It crashes. It goes doosh, doosh, and lands in a river. I was like, well, they're dead. Roll credits. Short movie. Another scene. This bomb that's like 10 feet away from them blows up. They get knocked back. Again, I was like, they're dead. But no, after both those scenes, they are right as rain. What the fuck? No. This is one of those movies where you can watch it for shits and giggles at home with your friends if you got the alcohol going. Yeah, it's a fun, bad movie. I guess I should talk about Elizabeth Banks as well, because I actually feel bad for her after this movie. She wrote and directed this one. She's a great actress. I loved her in The Hunger Games, even Power Rangers. I even loved her in Pitch Perfect. I gotta wonder what was going through her mind when she was making this movie, because she also played Bosley. Bosley in Charlie's Angels is like the lieutenant. And actually, she was fine in this movie too. Her funniest scene is in the trailer. And it's a scene where they're on the plane and like they're all jumping out, and then she looks at Naomi Scott. She's like, where are you going? You're not jumping out of this plane. You gotta land this bird. Later. I laughed out loud at that moment in the trailer. And it turns out that scene is a mid-credits scene. I mean, I'd say spoiler alert, but really? This movie? But come on, a mid-credits scene? I don't like it when trailers show mid-credits scenes. It's like they're no longer special. I'll say the music in this movie was good though. And I remember reading in the YouTube comments of the trailers, they were saying how the trailers looked like they were promoting the soundtrack more than the movie. Which, yeah, to their credit, this movie was loaded with new songs. That being said, I thought the songs were cool beats. But again, that doesn't contribute to the movie at all. I like the music. And the score done by Brian Tyler was cool spy movie score. I liked it. It's been a while since I've heard from Brian Tyler. Good to know he's still kicking. But again, that does nothing for the movie. Guys, in the end, Charlie's Angels was not what I thought it was going to be. The action was fine. Some of the characters were alright, and the music was cool, sure. But even all of that could not save this movie from its just abysmal script. The dialogue just bogged this movie down to such a degree for me, I just could not get over it. It's illogical, it doesn't make sense, the message it conveys is not a good one, but again, I feel like you could have this movie on with the alcohol going with your friends. You can just sit there laughing at this movie. That sounds like it would be fun. That, or you could take my advice, which is for Charlie's Angels, I will say, don't go see this movie. Yeah, no musical rating. It doesn't deserve one. For those of you who are new to my channel, that is my lowest rating. I don't give it to movies that often because I'm an optimist. I look for the good in everything, and that usually works for me, but it just didn't in this case. And I saw some good in this movie, but it just didn't help. So Charlie's Angels, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Are you a Charlie's Angels fan? What is your favorite iteration of Charlie's Angels? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe.